Hello, everybody. Welcome to Simulation Talk 328. What up, Jessica? What up, Guru? Guru, per usual, always there, no matter what. Incredible. Here's our website here, codeofreality.com, so you guys can all see. Welcome, Dan. Welcome, Jack. Ina. Jack, Ina. Welcome, everybody on TikTok and YouTube and X and Twitch. Great American. What's up? Jay, how are you? Okay. Today, one of our listeners, Ninja, did the extended stay today and did the laser. Incredible. Can't wait to hear the reports when he's done. Today, I think he's going to be resting for sure. But it is amazing to learn that that's, happening. None is good. Yeah, so the soft. Just checking something real quick. Amazing. How are you guys doing this evening? Hope everybody are doing good. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. Let me also open the stage on Discord. There we go. Stage is now officially open on Discord. And if you guys want to join on Twitch, just going to remind you guys that this is it's LaserX83 on Twitch. What up, Kenna? Is it Pakistani pilot? Good to see you, brother. Gladys. Okay. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. Good to see you too, Jay. All right, let's get into some stuff. Let's get into some stuff. Ooh, somebody has the Mandelbrot set as a logo. Love it. User 96663443827. What up? Elijah, Bonds. Good to see everybody. And if you guys want to give the live a like, the algorithms love that. And also great to see that we have people from X eavesdropping and participating. So good to see you guys. Awesome. L1M Bog 3 and 3 saying stuff is good, just listening in. I thought I'd support you here on Twitch. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you guys want to join on Twitch, it would be extremely helpful. LaserX83 on Twitch. So the receive gratitude anybody who's joining from Twitch. Let's see if we have any. Create a dashboard. We're slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Why is it saying 6 unique viewers and then in the thing it reports something else? I will never understand. No one understands Twitch, not even Twitch. Funny. Funny. All right. Indeed, Guru. Thank you so much. And I'm going to notify this a couple of times in this live, also closer to the end, but I'll put it right here available. Let me just tell you about it 1 second. Uno momento, por favor. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So this copying, let me put it right here. Yes. So I have a good friend who's now newborn son has a rare condition where his the internal part of the brain, the structure is actually deformed and filled with too much volume, so it presses against the brain, against the walls of the skull. And he needed to go to surgery 2 days after he was born. The surgery was a success, but now they started a GoFundMe to help them pay the bills or whatever they're going to have to spend on baby James, their son's name. So any donation helps. This is a real thing. I know James really well, isn't it? Not James, Maddie, who's James's father. I don't know James yet, but I'm sure I will meet him one day. Maddie is a really good friend of mine. He's an incredible musician, and he's an amazing father already to a baby girl, and now they have James. So if you guys have any possibility to donate, this will be the link right here that I'm going to leave on YouTube. Feel free to donate. Any donation helps. So yeah, this is I'm always happy to put the attention on, like I said, the right kind of needs, people of needs. We can utilize this channel to help each other in any way. We've been doing this for the person of need who I didn't know as well personally, but I knew him. I mean, I met him. But Maddie is a really good friend of mine. So if you guys want to donate, and if you have an extra $5 to put into something, this would be a really good cause to do it. It would be contributing to a healthy growth of a newborn child. So there you go. And I'm going to mention this again close to the end. Okay. What up, Joe? How are you doing? The people's indeed. Good to see everybody. Okay, what can we dive into today? And if you guys were wondering, this is all my YouTube channel that I'm streaming to as well, called Dango Thoughts, DANGO Thoughts. Welcome to Simulation Talk 328 channel, revolving all things simulation, but we also talk about science, religion, spirituality, philosophy. And in the next couple of months, I want to focus on human experience related conversations. What is it like to be us? Good, bad? How does it feel? Why? What degree? What up, Turtle? Good to see you. Those are the kinds of These are the kinds of conversations I want to encourage. No audio on Discord. Is this today? Huh. It says no audio on Discord. Weird. They're both on Mac. Not sure. Anybody else wants to jump on Discord real quick and tell me if they don't hear anything? Guru said something. Let's see. All right. Thank you, Sienna. Is this my big toe? Yeah, of course, Tom Campbell. To my mind, Tom has a lot. He got a lot true, but I don't know why he's limiting us to Earth only. For some weird reason, Tom thinks that Earth is the simulation, and the rest of space is just kind of a space filler, literally. Thank you, Ciela. Is this donation for baby James, or is this donation for the channel? Either way, it doesn't matter. Either way, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be donating obviously myself to Baby James as well. But I just like to know what the intention was, because intentions are really important behind the energy people do. Didn't know that. Just been watching some of his videos and am waiting for his book. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to make sure it's going to go to Baby James. Thank you so much, Cielo. Thank you so much. Deeply appreciate it. You let me choose. Okay. I have chosen. It's a no-brainer, obviously. Okay. So what human focus conversation do we want to talk about today? I can hear you. It's a little low. It's good now. I'll recommend everyone to refresh your Discord to see if it works. Cool. Thank you so much. Wait, it was low and then it was fine? Weird, because it's literally I'm just connected. Maybe it has something to do with the cable connected. I doubt it. What up, Lisa? Okay. What up, Carter? How you doing, brother? Saint Tiger. He's also quite against chemically induced state, and I get why, but he has stated that he's never tried them either. Somehow, I highly doubt that. But, he says so he says so. What up, Trey Switzer? Saint Tiger. Matt Forbes. Good to see everybody. Good to see you too, my brother. Doing good, Guru. Oh, you're talking to Turtle, but also me. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to raise as a point of investigation about how we relate to the world? Yesterday we had for some reason. So the topics that I want to encourage are the topics that have to do with human experience, less about silly theories. I mean, fun theories, sure, but not silly theories. Need to get a video feed on Discord. No. I think it will basically kind of negate the whole point of doing lives everywhere else. Something about that. I'm open to think about it, but something about this that just kind of. I prefer that people go to YouTube for the video. If they want to come on and chat, the Discord is the address. Do you think there are zillions of souls and one ultimate spirit? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think anybody knows. I think people like to think they know. I don't think anyone knows. I have no idea, AZ. Good question. Peace. Senka. Make sure. So I guess my question would be, what is it like to be this human soul versus the zillions that we think that exist? Wait, what about Oh, so Japanese style translucent paper. Wood cutting block 3D. I'm just watching what Ken added. Just go. Carter, do we have? I asked it on Discord on Veil Break. I don't know if I got an answer. Let me see. It wasn't general chat. Where's my question? Oh, here it is. Do we have a page on Veilbreak that allows people to just suggest experiments without actually doing them? This might not be such a silly idea. Mr. Tober said he has nothing to say. Nice. Solipsis walks into a bar is actually a very funny joke. Gonna give it to you. Good joke, conventional randomness. Very funny. Concerning the human experience, what do managers of the sim think about the human experience? I think they're looking at many different kinds of experiences, not just a human experience. So I think they relate to them just they relate to the other experiences. They study their how they behave. If I can talk about free will, I heard you say we don't have free will because we're living in a simulation, like no free will at all, well programmed. Yeah, this topic has been basically covered to no end on this channel. So I think Gamma, also good to see you. We're gonna skip it today, at least in depth, because we spoke about it in the last few days. I spoke about it recently on Third Eye Drops, which we can watch. You can watch that part of the conversation towards the end. And there's some lives that for 3 hours we did nothing but talk about free will. I think we put this subject to rest. Us not having free will has nothing to do with the simulation. My contention is that you cannot describe a world of any kind, no matter how hard you try. It's simply the concept itself is a confused statement. It's like it's beyond a category mistake. It's like it's a what you're postulating does not make sense. Now, obviously, a lot of people would disagree with this, but my contention would be is just that what they mean by that can't be the thing they mean by that. If they mean the one thing it must be, which is the full or semi-free or semi-free, fully free or semi-free actuation of some agent that decides in some instance what goes where, that thing cannot exist in no matter what world you're going to describe. But unfortunately, I'm not going to get into any more details about it today because I spoke so much about it recently. Nirvana is outside the simulation. Yeah, I guess Nirvana, you can think of it as kind of like the state outside of anything that can possibly happen again. Yeah, you can watch my conversation on Third Eye Drops. Towards the end, we spoke about it quite a bit, so you'll get a good sense of what I think about that and why. Also, I highly recommend to read Sam Harris's book on free will. It will give you a good overview why this concept just doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
How are you, brother?
Doing well. So you want to talk about like experiment suggestions real quick?
Sure, absolutely.
So what's kind of nice is that because of the way Veilbreak is designed, it's explicitly meant to essentially think of it as a feature ingestion system.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we think of it from the perspective of like a protocol ingestion or an experiment ingestion system where people would suggest a set of experiments and then we either upvote them or find ways to fund them as part of the work.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, we're not ready yet.
Yeah.
So that's aspirational, right?
Oh, I mean, just as a database. I just meant as a database. Just to kind of like giving them a possibility of like, and then maybe even having the AI categorize them by, levels of difficulty, required funds, things like this.
Well, actually, I think there's a couple of ways to go about doing this that facilitates community engagement, which I think is really important, which is to have these things go up there and then have folks, essentially say, like, here's an experimental design, like bring feedback, like invite community feedback to the experiment design. So that way we refine it before we ever even execute.
Good idea.
And you're right too, that we can actually use somebody's proposed experiment to see it, has this experiment already been done in another form, or what other ones are like this, or what other categories of expertise might we need in order to do this experiment. Like AI be really good at correlations.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I think it's exactly the right way to do it. I don't know how difficult it is in terms of the back end and programming it into it. I guess that's a Carmelo question, right?
Well, so here's what's nice. The barrier to getting started is low. Like the barrier to that aspiration we just talked about might be a little higher. But to just get folks being able to submit like new proposed experiments that we then have to like vote on and find ways to collect data around. Like we were talking about this with EEG data, DDG data the other day. Like we need to be able to adjust that information and have the AI be able to process it.
Yeah.
Well, that's very easy to say in a sentence and requires some careful consideration and doing practice. And so I'm trying to think that stuff through now.
Yeah. Also, just so everybody knows, this is David Carter, my partner in Code of Reality, and we're talking about the stuff that has to do with Veilbreak.ai, which you guys can all check out. It's a cool. Would you call it a website? I guess it's a website, right?
Yeah, or an app service. I don't know.
An app service, website, whatever it is.
Whatever people say, whatever Nick says it is, that's what it is. I think of it as a repo.
It's a repo. There we go. It sounds way more professional. It sounds like we're hackers or something. It's a repo.
By the way, Carter, Hugging Face has a phenomenal EEG library it's like a package someone made to analyze EEG data. So I'm sure you've looked on there, but I played with it a little bit. It's pretty awesome.
I have it, but I have not yet played. So thanks for the endorsement. So that just gives me another reason to bump it up.
How you doing, Nico?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Just went to the dentist, so
Ooh.
kind of a little bit. Had some injections, a little bit numb.
Nice. That's usually. Did you have to do a lot of work done?
No, just the cleaning, but I probably need to do some work done. I don't know. Yeah, you know how it is. Dentist is not my favorite place, but
really,
how are things going with you, Danny?
Most people love it. What'd you say?
How are things going with you?
Good. Just another day in paradise. Yeah. What did I want to say? Man, something came to me and then left me. Okay, I'll remember. Something about what Carter was saying. Huh. Well, it will come back to me. It's okay. Let me go through some of the comments. Did you see? You saw the experiment with Ninja today, right, Carter?
Oh, sure did. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
I was there for the pre-filming and the after.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. You're always ahead of the curve.
Okay, brother. Gotta look out for each other.
Yes, sir. Gambling is a different thing. Gambling is bad. Wait, what? What are we talking about? God, there's nothing wrong. Okay, there's some. Sorry, these are like too random for me. What's happening? Something about gambling. People are saying, Jeff is saying hi, Carter. And Guru. Carter's saying he's the Jeff that sent you the PDF on Discord today. There we go.
Hey, brother, I'm marking up your document right now.
Mr. Turbo Bootstraps, I'm not following what you're saying very well. Can you clarify what the premise is of everything you're saying? What is the subject? Chances of winning big with gambling, like slot machines or poker. You should follow, what's his name? Mike or Michael something. You know what I'm talking about? The guy who kind of made himself known as the guy who exposed the way the casinos. Why can't I pronounce this word properly? Casinos cheat, and he basically cleared house a few times until he was banned from all of them. Is it Michael? Michael. The first thing that comes up, Michael Jackson. No, not him. Mikey something. Mickey something. Mickey casinos. Let's see.
Mickey, oh, forget his name, but
Mickey Mace. Boom.
Mickey Mace.
Mickey Mace.
Do you think he's full of shit? Because
I saw him in real time. Doing it. I saw him go to a casino and filming himself undercover like recently, and he just like, yeah, there they are, they're coming, and he was just showing what he was doing, and then they're like, yeah, sir, you got to leave, and he's like, so at least in that sense, there you go, Mickey Mace, that's the name. It's hard to know, what are the extents to which what he's saying. Like, I'm sure there's some confabulation here and there, but I mean, I feel like the story, and like, I know for a fact casinos do this. Like, do you not know this? Like, this is like a sure thing. Like, yeah. So that's for sure true. So now the question is, did he manage to kind of figure out the system? Maybe, I don't know, if we figured out how to reverse engineer their, the way that they were lying. That's possible. But I don't have a way to for sure know.
But from reading someone and picking up on cues, I wonder if Chase Hughes would break down Mickey Mace.
Oh, that'd be interesting. He looks pretty legit to me if I just look at his behavior.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to put that here. Just erased it. Did you see him? That guy, this other guy, YouTuber who is a wrestler, and he's like $1,000 if you can take me down. You know that guy? And no one can ever take him down.
Yeah, I seen that guy.
So did you see Mickey?
I think someone took him down. He was like a high school wrestler or something.
No, that wasn't him.
Oh, okay.
No, that wasn't him. No. That was some other guy who was trying to do a similar thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No. That wasn't him. Unless there's something I don't know. But no, as far as I know, nobody took him down so far. Forget his name. But anyways, he had Mickey Mace on. Apparently, Mickey used to also wrestle in college or high school, whatever. He was like state level, whatever. Mr. Turbo saying, I have a good joke. It's really simple. Let's go. Lee Elms saying, if religious spiritual leaders throughout history have experienced miracles, can contemporary people, besides the core, have you heard of others? Yeah, I know quite a few people that are experiencing miracles, and I can even say that I've experienced something that would be akin to a miracle. Maybe not, I wouldn't call it a miracle, but definitely outside of the ordinary for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that one. Miracle experience right here too.
Yeah, I mean, the whole way that you even got to, we ended up working together is it's pretty miraculous.
Dude, all the time.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, what's the joke, Mr. Turbo? And I'm all suspense. Few different YouTubers who do it and show it. Yeah, I'm sure there are a few, but Mickey Mace is kind of like the most known. Yeah, Mr. Turbo also said Mickey Mace. Mickey Mace is a loser. All right. sounds like
You
he
guys-
sounds like he's a winner by definition.
Sorry.
What? No, go ahead.
Did you guys catch Gallimore on Rogan say that they're trying to build a note-taking app for DMTX users where it uses AI to transcribe their notes into pictures and then on the fly those real-time adjustments? Did you hear that at the end?
Who with who?
Andrew Gallimore said this on Rogan.
No, I didn't notice. I didn't notice that actually. That's really cool.
Yeah, if you go to the very end is where he talks about DMTX, and he mentions like they're building an online portal for people to kind of take notes and find correlations. Essentially, find the if there is a I guess fundamental archetypes between people.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of interesting. It reminds me of Veilbreak, although I feel like Veilbreak. I like Veilbreak more because it has a GitHub feel, which feels more decentralized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Also, it's not just one protocol. It's not just DMTX. It's all the protocols.
which one? The one on Veilbreak?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, just doing protocol.
I know Veilbreak is centered around Z Laser, but it also
Laser.
seems like it's kind of open. Like it seems like, or
Yeah, like our expectation is that the initial protocol itself is just one branch of a whole bunch of sequences of experiments. I'll actually share a document with you, Nick, that we're sort of operating from, and we're thinking of it as like a branch tech tree. So if you've ever played a real-time strategy game, you can already see it in your head.
Oh, I just remember what I wanted to say. Did you guys see the latest conversation of Elon right after Andrew with Joe Rogan, where Elon said that he thinks that by 6 years from now, there's not going to be any apps or really any pre-made content. It's just going to be the phone is going to be preloaded with this like super advanced AI, and it's just going to show you the next thing you basically expect and how it thinks you expect to see it. Basically, bananas. It's just so like if you would want to make a phone call, it would just in real time create the visual framework of how you would expect to see it in that moment, depending on what it knows about your mood and everything else. And then it's like, okay, sure, you want to call whomever, so it's going to connect you through whatever carrier you happen to be with, and you're just going to call it. But it's not going to be through an app. It's not going to be through like a phone app or whatever. There's going to be no apps, no app games, no app nothing. Like there'll be no pre-made things. That's crazy. If that's true, like I can totally see that. But this is wild. This is really like
I've heard some people pitch this idea of like software on the fly, like
a what?
creating software for you, like an AI that's creating software for you to do whatever you need to do, and then it kind of just evaporates after.
Mm-hmm.
And so this like kind of idea where if you just need something that is kind of custom,
Mm-hmm.
it's just created for you right there, and then it just evaporates after.
Yeah. But also, now that I think of it, like that sounds like the beginning of basically what we're in. So, like, basically in the beginning, it's kind of that, right? We just kind of give it like a full free range of like whatever people expect to see. But I think eventually people will very quickly realize, oh, that actually creates a mess because people don't really know how to dial in what they really want. So they would have to create some baseline, and from that baseline that is pretty stable, you need to do some actual like really convince the AI that now you're ready for something more novel, something new, and then it would basically create it for you. And that sounds like the law of attraction. That sounds like that's the reality we're in. Like literally, this is the app. This is you're inside of that AI. Like it has this base you call physical reality, which has like a baseline. And then if you want to activate the more, extravagant shit, you gotta You gotta like activate some stuff inside of you, basically.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Is time dilation a miracle? No, why would it be a miracle? It's just a logical conclusion of the field equations. Guru saying I saw a movie similar to what Elon said. I forgot the name though. Yeah, I'm sure there were like a bunch of in a bunch of futuristic films. Basically, the commercials are tailor suited for you. But I'm saying like, I mean, Her is kind of the closest to that relationship that we now have, right? But this is one step beyond that. Kind of like how your brain only shows us what we need to survive. Our phones will always show us the best way we need to jerk off at that moment. Yeah, if we don't get our shit together, this might not be that far away from what you're saying. Low frequency when certain commercials are on screen. But I think I missed some comments. And that was a few years ago. I need that smart TVs and smartphones emit frequencies between each other. Okay. Low frequencies when certain commercials are on the screen. Or high, I don't know. Got it. And what do they use to measure these frequencies? Like frequency of what? Frequency is just an oscillation of something. So what is oscillating? The electromagnetic waves? Yeah, find me the source. That would be great. Time slowing down may have been considered as a miracle to someone before we had an explanation to it, which can probably be said for anything that we don't understand. Right, but what people mean by real miracle is a suspension of everything that is possible for a moment for something else to happen, like an override that only God can do. What up, Violet Man? I love the handle. Oh, Casey's in the house. How you doing, brother? Click, click, click. Can you hear me? Hello. Casey, can you hear us?
Casey?
Yeah, never mind. He's probably didn't notice that.
Trying to get my outbound audio fixed.
Aha. Have you been, man? What up, Bad Daddy? Mr. Turbo is saying the smart TV sends a signal through a commercial that emits a frequency that only tech can detect, and they then communicate with each other through that. The phone picks up the signal and puts on AD. All right, yeah, find me the source. Sounds super far-fetched. What is something that only God can do? I don't know. Whatever God chooses to do, I guess. Change a heart. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. No, just in terms of the technical stuff. Like, what does that mean that a commercial emits a low frequency? A frequency of what? You can say that it might cajole your brain to get into a particular brain state that has certain wavelengths that are low frequencies. But low frequencies in the brain is not necessarily bad. They just have a different function.
So,
Oh, nope. Not enough.
uh, so the full moon tomorrow at 5:12 a.m. So I'm working on some group intentions right now. And so I'm creating sigils, writing down something that I want to get rid of and something that I want to take on, and then eliminating all the vowels and any repeat letters and forming a magical looking symbol to focus my attention.
That's awesome.
Just share that. Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so I see that there's another. If I tried the laser experiment with psilocybin is really funny thing to call it. Yeah, we tried it with mushrooms. It works. Works with with mushrooms with 5-MeO, and then some people say with L. I think most people said no with K. I'm not sure, but L seems to be working, which is maybe not that surprising. Did you?
Just say no with K.
You what? That's a no.
That's a no for K for me. You know?
Yeah, no, here too.
Did any of you try it with L?
I'm immune to it.
Oh, you're immune to it. Okay. Well, actually, that would be extra interesting to test then, because just like our friend Eric, is immune.
Yeah, if I can see it, good point.
So that would be interesting to test, actually. And you don't have to waste a day.
I can literally just keep working.
That is wild. It's such a potent
Did
molecule.
David ever do that experiment he was talking about a couple lives ago?
Which one?
I think it was something with creating like a wall's worth of laser pattern, maybe.
No, doesn't.
I thought David mentioned something a couple lives back where he's gotten something. He's going to do a new test, but could be wrong. David Carter.
It doesn't ring a bell, but maybe Carter understands what you meant. What you
Well,
meant.
yeah, no, we did actually do that. So what we were testing was, could we set up a mechanism for rear projection?
Oh,
And the answer is yes, but it is challenging. Like the material does seem to matter, and the ability to keep the room very still is required. Like breathing on the screen essentially distorts the light, so it sort of forces you to have another axis of motion, which is challenging. So it has to be very still, but it does work.
what if we?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I've noticed that too. Any movement in the screen seems to nullify it. And sometimes even if I just reach out and put my finger onto the screen, it has an effect. Like can't do two at the same time.
Yeah, agreed.
That's a
Yeah,
data
agreed.
point. That's interesting because I've never experienced that. That the surface, if you disturb the surface, it seems to interact with the code. I've never seen that before. I've had surfaces that were soft that I saw it in, and when you move the surface, for me, it doesn't change. You saying that it does?
I know for me with the screens that we set up, the only way I could see the code for like any consistency is if I could keep it very still. As soon as the light started, or the screen itself really started moving around, what it started doing was like it almost felt like when the sun is sort of like coming through like a crystal in the window, and it sort of like breaks out all the light into different things. It feels like that.
I see. So basically, kind of points of light. Also, I appreciate the kind words, Violet Man. Violet, not violent. Violet. I appreciate you, man. Interesting. Why can't we
And
just?
and just one more thing on that. I think it's Casey that was asking. Another member of the team has created another like a translucent screen with some materials that we are going to test. And it's one that actually stands solid that we can actually test sort of the rear projection effect on.
Okay.
That's what Ken was showing in
I see now. Okay. And we also have to get our hands on these materials that basically cancel out speckle or reduce it to almost a very small amount. They're just very expensive materials. So the question that I have about that is, why can't we tie like a screen of some sort and just tighten it from all four directions? It's not going to do the trick.
How it works the best, actually. That's how we got it to work the best.
Got it. Yeah. So there's minimal movement even if you touch it. Okay.
Yeah. It's like absolute tautness. It's never going to be exactly perfect, but you can get it very, very still. Like I've been able to set it up stably, as long as you're not like running a fan or anything like that in the room.
Okay.
I found it to be not too much of a problem.
Okay. Oh, let me see. I'm missing some comments here. There's a phenomenon in psychedelic music fests where people on K share a mind. I think it has something to do with the power of the low frequency tuning something. To me, that seems to, with K at least, it seems to be more of a psychological effect than an actual psychic effect. I do believe that these are more possible with certain things. Something tells me with K specifically, it's not that. It's more like you were reduced to like a 1-bit operation in your perception. So every signal, even the slightest one of somebody else to intend something, becomes super clear. Like it's so easy because everything else is dialed out. There's no noise of any kind. So it's almost like you dialed the brain up to max at paying attention to micro expressions and whatever people intend. That to me seems to be a more logical explanation there. Just knowing the K state pretty well. But who knows? I mean, it's testable, right? So we should be able to test it somehow.
That's a great insight. I agree with you there, Ken.
Thanks, Casey. Since you cannot stop ultrasonic beacons from emitting sound frequencies around you, the best way to reduce the chances of your smartphone listening for beacons and feed data to a third party is to simply restrict unnecessary permission you have granted to the apps installed on your device. All right? Thanks for the advice. Most interesting experience I've had with K are on my sofa with my eye mask on. There you go. That and Midnight Gospel. Let me tell you. One lozenge of K and a stream of a few episodes of Midnight Gospel. Definitely had some crazy experiences on it and raves. So yeah. Okay. More comments. Okay. Aaron is saying, or a resonant effect. Maybe. I just like, I want to see tests of this. I'd like to know what in fact is going on. Oh, right. I promised today to jump off just a little bit earlier before 9. All right, folks. So today I'm going to abruptly adjourn our meet a little bit earlier than usual. Thank you guys for joining. If you guys want to follow me across platforms, it's Danny Goller on Instagram and TikTok. Oh, before I fully jump off, let me just remind you guys again. So I have a good friend whose son, baby James, was just born with a condition, a serious condition. I can't really pronounce it properly, but Cephalus. I forget how it's called, but anyways, it's in the information. Yeah, exactly.
Hydrocephalus?
Yeah, so his brain is basically like has a lot of like in the middle. They have to drain this liquid that basically presses the outer part of the brain out to the skull. So I'm sharing a link right now of a GoFundMe page. This is not a scam. This is real. Maddie is a good friend of mine, and this is their son who was just born, and he had to go through surgery 2 days after he was born. It was a success. Surgery was a success, but now he's also facing a lot of rehabilitation. So physical therapy, speech pathology. My wife actually offered her services because that's her expertise. Yeah, they're basically started a GoFundMe page to help pay for all the stuff they're gonna have to pay for their beautiful newborn. So if you have those extra $5, extra $10, this will be a really wonderful thing to spend them on. You'll be helping baby James grow a healthy baby boy. He was just born less than a week ago. And this is real. I know Maddie myself very well. He's been a friend of mine for a few years. So this is a really good thing. I put the link in the chat on YouTube. You guys can check it out. And if you can donate, please do. It's a wonderful cause. I think that's it. I'm going to be mentioning it on a daily basis just until they've raised what they needed. That's it. That's on that front. Again, if you guys want to follow me, it'll be Danny Goller on TikTok and Instagram. It'll be Goller Danny on X. It'll be LaserX83 on Twitch, and Dango Thoughts on YouTube. DANGO Thoughts on YouTube. You can also check out my new show 0 to 1 with Danny Goller, from Earthbound Minds to Cosmic Citizens, on Spotify. Go check it out, 0 to 1 with Danny Goller. And check out our merch on YouTube. Any item you get from the merch helps the channel tremendously. And you can also check out our website, codeofreality.com, which we have the lasers protocols and many more things. And go and play on veilbreak.ai. Veilbreak.ai. Let me put it right here in the chat as well. And you can share your experiences with the laser and also look at others. This is only going to grow from there. If you still want to donate for the film that we're in post-production of right now, I promise you it's going to be amazing. Shout out to Aaron Van, the director, and Chris Paris, our producer. They're both working on the post-production full force right now. If you want to donate still to the film, to the post-production, you can do so by finding the link to the trailer, the Discovery, in this live right now as we speak, link number 2. You can find the GoFundMe page there. And if you donate over $1,000 to that, you will automatically be put on the list for the people that are going to see the movie all together as a world premiere for the first time ever. I think that's pretty amazing. And if not, don't worry. We're going to make sure that the movie is everywhere and you'll be able to see it. Am I forgetting something? Oh, of course, come join our Discord, Core or COR or Code of Reality on Discord. Find the link in my link tree in the description on TikTok and also on YouTube on the main page. And Guru is sharing it right here. And I want to thank our incredible moderator, Guru, for always being on top of it, helping with everything, reminding everybody to like, share, and subscribe, which I would also encourage you guys to do. It helps the channel in great ways. And also Chris was not with us here today. So thank you guys for always being on top of it and being the moderators. And thank you so much for my partner, Carter. David Carter was always there. And we're building this thing together. Casey, love you, brother. Thank you so much. And thank you, Nico, who just jumped off. Well, fuck Nico then. Whatever. We love you, Nico. We love you. And thank you so much for for you audience members who are always here, coming, sharing, exchanging ideas, debating, not always agreeing. It's wonderful. I encourage this. It's amazing. So thank you so much. All the new, thank you so much for being here and making this channel what it is. See you guys tomorrow. Peace and love. Good night. Ciao. Have a good night, guys.